what's going on YouTube? It's Raise Hell Zell back again with another video for y'all. And in this video, we're gonna be going over the playoff picture again, and some of these games this weekend that impact the Commanders' playoff chances and our seeding. So let's get right into it. First, I want to say is, of course, if we win the rest of our games, we're in the playoffs. Even if we go 3-1, I think we'll end up being in the playoffs. But at this point, we control what we can control. So, meaning we can control if we get into the playoffs. If we win the games we're supposed to win, we're going to be in the playoffs. With that being said, there's a few teams that have the chance of taking the 7 seed or overcoming us if we don't do what we do. If we don't do what we need to do. The team that holds the biggest threat to us right now, and in my opinion, is the Rams. So they were supposed to lose to the Bills. We wanted them to lose to the Bills so that they would have 7 losses. Now they only have 6, so they're 7-16. We are 8-5 teams, so we are only 1 game ahead of them. And they are second in their division, which is the NFC West, and they are 1 game behind the Seahawks. So they have to play each other one more time. The Rams have already beat the Seahawks this season, and they still got to play each other one more time in the last week of the season. And it's shaping up to be that whoever wins that game will win the division and go to the playoffs. So our biggest threat is right now the Rams. And if we take a look at their remaining schedule, they have 4 games left. They have to play San Francisco week 15, which isn't an easy win, but I mean they already beat them, I think, this season. The Jets, they should smack the Jets. The Cardinals, who are also fighting for that same division. So that's going to be a fight, a dog fight. But they should still beat the Cardinals and then the Seahawks. So they could lose to the Seahawks. So if they win out, they're probably going to win the division. If Seattle loses one, they'll probably not win the division and obviously have to fight for one of those wild card spots. It is very, very imperative, though, for us to win the games that we're supposed to win. Let's say we go 3-1, which is what it's looking like. It's looking like we most likely will lose against the Eagles, and we should go 3-1 and beat the Saints, the Falcons, who are spiraling right now. They're fighting for a playoff spot, but they lost 4 straight, and they're not doing pretty good. And the Cowboys. If we win 3-1, that'll put us at a 11-6 record, right? If the Seahawks lose one, let's say they drop that one to the Rams that we just talked about, they'll be 11-6, and they win the other 3, they'll be 11-6. If the Rams win out, they'll be 11-6. So we have 3 11-6 teams. One of those teams is going to win the NFC West. The other team is going to be fighting with the Commanders. If we're 11-6 too, we're going to be fighting for that 7th seed. So it's imperative that we kind of take care of what we can, because if we beat the Eagles, we're making the playoffs of obviously, because we'll win out. All we really need to do is probably win 10 games and we'll be in, because for the Rams to win all those games against the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals, that's kind of a big ask. Can they do it? I think they can, depending on what Matthew Stafford shows up, what offense shows up. If they play like how they played the Bills, they're winning the rest of their games. And they got their 2 wide receivers healthy, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. They looking dangerous, man. They looking dangerous. And then if we take a look at the Seahawks record, they have Green Bay, which isn't going to be easy at all, of course. Minnesota, which isn't going to be easy at all, of course. The Bears, they should win that game, let's be real. And then the Rams, which isn't going to be easy. So the all likelihood of the Rams winning out This is worst case scenario for us. The Rams went out. The Seahawks go 3-1, and we don't win 4 games. We don't win out. That's the worst case scenario because now we're tied with those 2 teams, and then they got to go into the NFC wins because we haven't played any of those teams. So you can't do the head-to-head matchups after we're because we're tied, and then it's going to go into NFC games that who won against their NFC opponents. So that's the worst case scenario. I don't think the Seahawks are going 3-1, to be honest. I think they're most likely going to lose to the Packers and they're going to lose to the Vikings. And then the Rams is a toss-up for me, honestly. The Rams, I think they have a good chance of going 3-1. But honestly, I think they should go 3-1. They should beat the 49ers, they should beat the Jets, they should beat the Cardinals, and they could lose against the Seahawks. That's a toss-up. But in reality, I think it's possible that they could lose to the 49ers. The 49ers are still a good team to me. They're still a really good team. So it's possible they could lose to the 49ers. It's possible that they can lose to the Cardinals, even though they've already beat the Cardinals this season as well. But it's really looking like a harder path for those teams to go 4-0 and 3-1 than it is for us to go 3-1 and 4-0. But like I said at the beginning, we just got to take care of business, man. We got to take care of business. Some of these other teams that's on here at the bottom beneath the Rams are the Cardinals. We already beat the Cardinals today. We smacked them by I think it was like 14 to 40 something. And the Falcons and the 49ers and the Cardinals are all 6-7. So they're also fighting in that. We're 2 games ahead of them. I don't really think those teams have a chance at this point. To be honest, other than the Falcons, they can still win their division. That's why they're at a 38%. The Cardinals and the 49ers are both at 9% and 8%. Because the Buccaneers are leading their division with a 7-6 record. So they only have a 1-game lead over the Falcons. So they still have a chance to win their division, but I don't think they have a chance to get in the wild card. So with that being said, again, we just got to handle business. Now for the 6th seed, we are currently 1 game back from the Packers now that the Packers have lost to the Vikings. I'm sorry, now that the Packers lost to the Lions last Thursday. And we can do this, bro. If we take a look at the Packers schedule, if we take a look at this Packers team schedule for the rest of the thing, all we need from them is to lose 2 games. Now, this is to get the 6th seed. We're going to need them to lose some games if we want this 6th seed. Let's take a look real quick. The Packers' remaining schedule is semi-decent for them. They play the Seahawks, then the Saints, then the Vikings, then the Bears. What we want from them is to lose. We want them to lose against the Seahawks. We want the Seahawks really to win that division right now. We want them to just win the division. We want the Seahawks to win that last game against the Rams. We want the Seahawks to beat the Packers. And then the Packers got to play the Saints. They're probably going to beat the Saints. Let's be real. Then the Vikings, we want the Vikings to also beat the Saints. And then we want them. I mean, then they play the Chicago Bears. They're probably going to beat the Chicago Bears. But if the Packers finish the season 2-2 and we go 3-1, we will have a tied record. And then it comes, since we haven't played the Packers this season, it'll come down to their record against NFC teams. They already lost against the Eagles, which is an NFC team. They lost against the Vikings, which is an NFC team. They lost against the Lions, which is an NFC team. And they also lost against the Lions again, which is another, obviously, an NFC team. So that's 4 losses in the NFC. If you take all of our losses, we lost to the Eagles, the Steelers, which is an AFC team, the Ravens, which is an AFC team, Buccaneers, so that's 2 NFC losses right now, and we lost to the Cowboys. So we have 3 NFC losses to their 4 NFC losses currently. If they lose to the Seahawks and the Vikings, that'll give them 2 more. If we lose to the Eagles, so really, if we're tied with the Packers at the end of the season, we'll most likely get that tiebreaker pretty much. So it's doable, man. So we got some work we got to do this weekend. We should definitely be rooting for the Seahawks to beat the Packers. Most definitely on that. And the 49ers to beat the Rams. That's what we're rooting on right now. The Seahawks to beat the Packers and the 49ers to beat the Rams. I think those two games are the two games that we want to see into fruition right now. All the other games really don't have as big of an impact on our season right now, because we want to get that 6 seed. So we need the Packers to lose against the Seahawks right now. We want the Seahawks to win that division, so that the Rams don't get a chance to slide in that, make it a close race and slide in the wild card spot. And we want the 49ers to beat the Rams so that they can get off our back. So that's that on our playoff chances. Hopefully it comes into fruition. But again, like I've been saying, if we handle business, if we go 3-1, everything else will take care of itself. We are currently at a 81% playoff probability, which is great. Only we can mess it up. It'll take one of those, those all-time Washington Redskins moments for us to mess this up. But if not, we're going to be in the playoffs with a first-year head coach, first-year quarterback, and I'm going to say first-year owner. Even though he was an owner last year, he got the team like right at the beginning of the season damn near. So it wasn't really like he really made much of an impact really, or got a chance to. So in the first year of all that, we make the playoffs. That's all I'm asking for. I mean, coming into the season, I wasn't even expecting the playoffs. I wasn't even looking at that. I just wanted us to make sure we had a quarterback. And now we are fighting for a chance for the playoffs. It's amazing. So please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all think this is going to plan out. Y'all think we're going to get the 6 seed? Y'all think we're going to stay at the 7 seed? Y'all think we're going to fall out? The standings. I will say this though, when we play the Cowboys at the last game of the season, even though they not fighting for nothing, they gonna be playing hard because they gonna want to ruin our season. Y'all best to believe that. They might not. It might seem like they don't have anything to play for, but in my mind, I feel like they're gonna be fighting to ruin our season. And if it come down to that, it come down to that. But I know, I want to beat the Cowboys, bro. I want to beat the Cowboys, whether it matters or not. I hate them. So it's just that I've been disliking the Cowboys my whole life. So like I said, man, please like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification button down below if you messing with my content. And I appreciate everybody who took the time out today to watch this video. I'm gonna continue to create more content for y'all and keep it pushing. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Peace out.